What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 36 of the Infinity Flux Letters page. I'm Matt.
I'm Andy.
And we are coming to you from Infinity Flux Comics here in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Live,
yes. Coming to you live. Captain Millennium, how's it going? Happy Friday. Easy Reader, happy Friday. Ramfet, hello there. And real quick, apologies for all of the schedule changes. We couldn't do this last week like we had originally intended because what were we doing last Wednesday?
Last Wednesday we were getting
ready for the new comic room.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wicked Sweaters, thanks, Cheeks, appreciate it. Yeah. So that's the one that our buddy Aubrey sent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wear mine on Monday, but I had this Wolverine one already. So yeah. But yeah, we couldn't do this last Wednesday because we were busy getting our brand new comic room ready, which is now open. We opened it up on Saturday, so that's pretty cool. And
then, if you saw we did a gift guide video, and that gave you a little bit of a tour of it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we couldn't do it this past Wednesday because we were filming that gift guide video, and we just did not have enough time to get it all done. But the reason we're doing it today is because, one, we wanted to do at least one more of these before the year is over. And there is pretty much nothing on FOC this weekend, and there wasn't last weekend either.
Yeah.
That just kind of happens at the end of the year where I think I remember it. I remember mentioning it last year as well on one of our videos, how there was nothing on FOC. There's a couple things here and there. I think there's a new number one from Boom, and there's a couple of trades and stuff, but there's no Marvel, there's no DC, there's no nothing. Framer Mike on TikTok, nice sweaters. Good to see you both. Good to see you as well. Yeah, we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Not on Instagram because we are on this new laptop, and we still are not logged into Instagram on it yet. But yeah. So end of the year, last couple weeks of the year, it's usually pretty quiet. There's nothing on FOC, so there won't be anything for you to pre-order this weekend. Although next week is a pretty big week of releases. There's a whole bunch of DCKO tie-ins. There are 3 absolute books. There's the last batch of the Age of Revelation tie-ins before the finale the next week.
There's the Will of Doom, which is kind of an epilogue, and I think it's also maybe a little bridge between this event and what's coming up next year.
Yeah, what's going to come in Armageddon and what's going to happen in Zdarsky's Captain America, all that stuff. It's kind of like a go-between. So next week is a pretty big week for releases. The week after that, on the 31st, is pretty small. There's no DC. There's very few Image. There's some Marvel, but that's about it. So last couple weeks of the year are always crazy, but after Christmas, after New Year's, things will balance out. That Will of Doom is going to be hot. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
The Ultimate Endgame is the 31st.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a big one.
Yeah, that's a huge one. We've already read that. We got a couple of preview copies here in the store. We can't say anything about it yet, but we will definitely be talking about that one when the time comes. So for today, we just thought we'd chat with you guys. I believe this will be our last live show before the year, right? Because next Wednesday is Christmas Eve, and then the Wednesday after that is New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So I think our this will be our last live show just for this year, and then we'll pick it up first Wednesday of January. Is the Will of Doom the end of the Red Hulk miniseries? So
it kind of is.
Yeah, well, yeah. So the Red Hulk, I don't know if you call it a miniseries. It was 10 issues, but that is done. But the Red Hulk is not done. He is going to be causing some trouble in Latveria, and we're going to see that in the Will of Doom, and then that's where Zdarsky's Captain America is going to get tied in, because Captain America is going to go back to Latveria to try to quell any unrest there. So we're not done with Red Hulk, but we are done with the Red Hulk series.
Yeah, I skimmed through the Will of Doom, and it looks really interesting because there's a lot of like catching up with different characters that played a big role. I saw like Valeria Richards in there and some of that. So I'm really interested to see the fallout from from One World Under Doom.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that last issue, it wrapped things up, but we didn't really see much of like, okay, and how does everybody get back to it?
Like what happens now? Yeah. P. Patron, hey guys, can't chill, unfortunately, but I wanted to say I hope you have a great holiday, and thank you for what you two do for the comic community. Well, we thank you very much for the kind words. We appreciate your continued viewership and patronage and all that kind of stuff. We hope everybody watching has a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. We hope it's a fun one with friends and family and food.
Or if you don't like them, have fun by yourself.
That's right.
Sometimes that's the best.
Yeah. So yes, thank you very much for the kind words. And again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you. What's up, Frag Monkey? Can't decide which sweater I like better. They're both 110% awesome.
Awesome.
We don't go small. We don't go for just 100% awesome. We want that little extra bit as well. Still love the Energon universe. Next week is part 1 of the Quintesson War in Void Rivals.
Yeah. So that's, it still feels like those books are just getting started.
Yeah.
Like they're hitting their first event. They haven't even really had a in-name crossover yet.
Right.
I mean, it's still early. The other thing that happened this week was we got some solicitations for our first running first wave of DC Next Level books. So we have those pulled up here too, that it's going to be fun to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Easy Reader, I would like to see more Machine Man and Deathlock.
That was a really surprising, fun supporting cast for Red Hulk that even the issues that didn't have a lot of Red Hulk in them, Machine Man and Deathlock in there were just a fun, I didn't feel like I was missing anything.
That was, I wanted more. I think I went and bought a Deathlock, a 90s Deathlock trade paperback because of Deathlock and Red Hulk. I was like, I'd like to go back and read some of that stuff. Signman says 2024 Ultimate Run. What is the reading order? Doesn't really matter. Like I've been reading Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm going to start Ultimate Wolverine. Love the art style of those. Yeah. So as far as the Ultimate books, the current Ultimate books, each one of those are so siloed.
Yeah.
They don't really cross over into anything else. So you can read those however you want, really. I recommend reading the Ultimate Invasion miniseries first if you want to know how this universe got started. But after that, you can read Ultimate Spider-Man on its own. You can read the Ultimates on its own, Ultimate X-Men, Black Panther.
Yeah, at no point does one really reference, in particular, like a moment from another one. They may mention like, oh, Spider-Man over there or the Ultimates over here. But for the most part, they're all, up until you get to the end of all of them, I guess. Yeah. When Ultimate Endgame starts, I think you're good to just read whichever ones you think look cool.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's been for good or for ill, because they, it's cool that you can just sort of read whichever one you want on its own, but at the same time they haven't really felt like they were in a cohesive universe.
In the same universe. Tonally, some of them were pretty different.
Yeah.
But Ultimate Spider-Man, yes, and I don't know, with the runs of them, I might put Ultimate Wolverine up there with Ultimate Spider-Man is, like it's a little bit more condensed.
Yep.
It may be my favorite one. I don't know. It's up there with Ultimate Spider-Man because I've just enjoyed so much of Ultimate Wolverine. Yeah. Every issue feels like it's a cool, almost a one-shot story.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit. If Ultimate Spider-Man really does end with if the Ultimate Universe really does end and Ultimate Spider-Man ends with 24 and there's truly nothing to replace it, that might sour my opinion of that whole series a little bit because there were so many issues where nothing happened, but I kept telling myself, well, it's okay because they're building towards a pretty epic story. And I'm sure we'll get to the big stuff at some point. They have to lay the groundwork and establish the characters first. No big deal. But then if it comes out that, oh, wait, I spent 2 years reading Ultimate Spider-Man and almost nothing happened. And there was never any kind of big, any big brouhaha, then that might sour my opinion of the whole thing just a little bit. I'm not too sure. But, we'll have to see how it goes. Let's see. I'm reading most of the Ultimate Universe stuff. I agree with Matt and Andy about little to no crossover. Yeah. They're pretty pretty self-contained. If only we could get the classic moment of Doctor Strange holding up the #1 for Endgame. Oh, right. But to Doom in this universe. There are some pretty interesting things in Ultimate Endgame.
Watch your mouth.
Yeah, we can't even say if we liked it or not, right? We can't go that far yet, but there was a piece of paper that said Marvel would hunt us down if we said anything about it. But we will definitely talk about it in a couple of weeks when it comes time. You guys think Ultimate Wolverine will stay like Miles and the Maker from the first Ultimate run? Oh, will stay? No. I don't know. There was already a Spider-Man, right? But there's already a Wolverine Logan.
Yeah.
You know, it would be weird to have two.
I think
Logans
maybe if he
running
stayed like the Winter Soldier and he didn't get the Wolverine title, then you would have kind of a discernible difference between them.
Yeah.
But he's really funneled into being very much like the 616 Wolverine, that there's not a big enough difference between them that I think weren't having both of them.
Yeah.
Other than I do really like his costume.
Yeah, I really hope. I don't want him to stick around, like, or to, you know, merge over into the 616, because there's already too many. There's too many Wolverines. There's too many Spider people. You know, there's already too many of all these different characters. And
yeah,
you know, Wolverine was cool back in the day because he was unique. Like, oh, he's the guy with the healing factor in the claws. That's awesome. And now we've got like 17 people with healing factors and claws and all that stuff. So, you know, that's just me. That's just my own opinion. You know, but yeah, so we'll see how it all shakes out. I will say that in Ultimate Endgame #1, there's no indication about anything that's going to happen. Like, there's no hints or anything like that. So even after reading Ultimate Endgame #1, we're still as much in the dark as everybody else is about what might happen at the end.
Brett Booth Savage.
Yeah, I did see that.
That's cool.
I will say it's painful waiting for volumes. Like, I picked up single issues of the rest because I don't want to be spoiled. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hard thing now is, like, it takes no time to get spoiled on stuff.
Yeah. What's up, Quad, on TikTok? No, Ultimate Endgame is on the 31st, but we've already read it. We got a couple preview copies here at the store. But no, you've got another week and a half. Yeah, so it comes out on the 31st. It is not next week, not quite yet. It's one of the only, like, real big things that comes out that week. That and the Age of Revelation finale issue are both on the 31st. And I'm trying to think, like, what other, I'm trying to think, like, I only have, like, 4 books on my pull list for the 31st. I can't remember what the other 2 are, but thinking about getting into Batman Dark Patterns, I also want to do that. I read the first 2 or 3 and read this all at once because it seems awesome. So I'm hoping for some kind of, like, cool hardcover or something like that. All right, so I guess I feel like this is a good thing to go out on for the year, and that's I mean, it's just DC solicitations for March, but holy cow, there are a ton of them. Speaking of, what is a good Batman beginner comic? Gosh, there's a bunch of them. You know, I always recommend, you know, Batman Year One or Batman Hush.
Yeah,
Long Halloween.
I know some people say Court of the Owls. I think it's that plays also off of you've read a little bit of Batman before because it is kind of built on his lore. Yeah,
you've lived in Gotham for a little bit, maybe.
So yeah, I say Hush Year One. It depends what kind of what style you want. Or Batman
#1 by the current Batman series. #1 came out about 4 months ago or so. There are only 4 issues in, and it's really, really good. So yeah, Frag Monkey, thanks for that. Sometimes we overlook the obvious. Like, oh yeah, Batman #1, sure. I'm curious as to what's going to happen with Jim Hammond, Human Torch after Endgame. Same. Yeah.
I wonder what happens with anybody after Endgame.
We don't. Yeah, those are all good questions. All right, so yeah, we were going to swap over here and talk about some DC solicitations because March 4th is the end of DCKO, and Scott Snyder has been very vocal in the last couple of days about, you know, the end of DCKO will lead into the next phase of the DC universe. Again, let me make this clear: no reboots. Nothing is getting rebooted. Nothing is getting reset. There's not going to be a big New 52 style reboot. There's not going to be a big crisis. No reboots whatsoever after DCKO. I cannot stress that more highly. No reboots, but we are getting some new books, some new #1s from that. Starting with Lobo, you see. So we're getting a bunch of new #1s, but we're also getting some new creative teams on existing books. There are no existing books that are going back to #1, so you don't have to worry about that either. All the new #1s we're getting are of books that don't exist currently, like Lobo, like Deathstroke,
and even a book like Aquaman is getting retitled, but the numbering is not changing. The number
stays the same, yeah.
So it's kind of like it's evolving.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, we thought we'd run through these. This is a good thing to end the last year of the show on, because the last show of the year on. because, you know, it's solicitations, but there are so many big, cool things going on in March for DC. So we thought we'd run through them. You know, we've got Lobo #1 from Scotty Young, who's writing it, Jorge Corona, who is doing the art. That is a fantastic duo right there.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that one. We got Deathstroke the Terminator from Tony Flux and Carmine de Giandomenico.
And that's really cool because it sounds like it's back to his roots.
Yeah.
If you read the solicitation for it, it's like he's back to being the Terminator, the assassin, all of that.
Yeah, he's made tons of enemies, and now one of them is tearing his world apart piece by piece, and now he's going to go out and seek revenge. I think that sounds awesome. I love Deathstroke, and it's been a good while since we've had a really solid Deathstroke focused story. He was in a story arc of Titans, which I didn't read, but I want to go back and catch up on that before this.
He played a bit in the Robin series and all that. That was really good.
Oh, before this isn't, let's jump to this because we've talked about this. Is there any news about the Star Wars titles? I don't like Stop the Jedi. I don't like Stopped the Jedi Knight. I don't like they stopped the Jedi Knight series.
Yeah. So we know that one, the Jedi Knight series, we just had the last issue of that. The Han Solo Hunt for the Falcon has 1 issue left. The Legacy of Vader series has 1 issue left. The Star Wars main title is kind of up in the air if it's going to go past 10 or 12 issues. I don't know if we've seen much past there, but they did announce a Darth Maul series that's going to be a prequel to the new Darth Maul show on Disney Plus. So it's not like there's
going to be a Darth Maul show.
Yeah,
on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's set between well, you know where he showed up in Solo. He's not like a crime boss.
Yeah.
It's going to be about that time.
Oh, so after the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Is it live action?
No, it's like Bad Batch and Clone Wars.
Okay.
Stuff. But
does one half of the show follow the top half and the other half follows his legs?
You're so naive. You didn't watch
no, I didn't
Clone
watch,
Wars where you got spider legs and you got robot
that.
legs.
No, I didn't.
But yeah, so that's the thing is they are doing. It's not like they're like no more Star Wars books.
Yeah. But
I do think we're gonna have to wait a little while to see what else they're doing. I think they're kind of in a holding pattern, especially with the Mandalorian Grogu movie next year, and then the Starfighter. I think they're trying to kind of pick what era they want to move into, and getting like, you know, that's uncharted waters. They have to get everything approved. Like, hey, once we say this, that means we can't go back and do that as a movie or whatever. So I think they're being a little picky about that, and it may be a while before we get any like definitive long run of anything.
Seems like maybe they're trying to figure out like what's next for Star Wars just in general, not just the comics, but the movies and shows and all that stuff too. Christian on TikTok says they're bringing back Talon.
Darth Talon or Talon from Batman? Because
I don't know.
There's a lot of Talons.
I think Darth Talon maybe, because I haven't heard anything about Talon, like the Court of Owls Talon.
Darth Talon's really cool.
I don't know who that is, but I will catch up. So yeah, more to come on Star Wars. I mean, we don't really know either. Darth Talon, okay.
Oh yeah, I love Darth Talon. Darth Talon was from the Legacy series I was telling you about.
Oh yeah, okay, nice. So yeah, more to come on Star Wars. It's a little bit unknown right now, but you know, the minute we know something, you know, we'll talk about it here. So going back to DC, we've got a new Batwoman run from Greg Rucka.
Which there's a lot of kind of history behind this of where he was writing Batwoman. He didn't like some of the they told him to do some things. He had some plans for the book. DC said you can't do that, and he said fine, I'm not writing it anymore. Yeah. And this is him getting to go back and do the story he always wanted to complete.
Yeah.
I still think it's going to be easy to like jump on point and everything, but I feel like this is, you know, a story that should have existed.
So this is a story that probably we would have gotten way back in the day if things had been better between DC and Greg Rucka. And he was on a podcast recently and talked about some of his negative experiences at DC years and years and years and years ago. Yeah. And he talked about how now at DC things are like a lot better. You know, that's why you're seeing a lot of big name creators return to DC, is because the
the landscape there is so much better.
Yep.
So that's why Mark Waid is back there. That's why now you've got Dan Slott, you've got Greg Rucka coming back, you've got Jason Aaron, you've got all these people that had kind of sought greener pastures for a little while. But you can tell the health of a company by who's working there, especially the big names, because they can do whatever they want. They can go wherever they want. And if that's where they're going, it's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. So this sounds. I really like this.
That's I'll probably get that.
I really like this cover.
That is another thing to say. So that's Stepan Sejic.
Yep.
So he did the Harleen series. That is fantastic. A Black Label Harleen series. He had plans to do one called either called Ivy or Pamela or something like that, and he was going to do a Poison Ivy book. There's his concept art for it that was going to be Poison Ivy being tutored by Swamp Thing to take on being a guardian of the green.
Okay.
Sounded awesome. And DC made him so mad. He's like, I'm never working for them again. Now we have him coming back doing some stuff. So it's like, so he must have also seen that it's better over there. And I really hope we get this Black Label book about Swamp Thing and the green.
Well, we got that one shot.
Yeah.
But that wasn't what the story was.
Yeah, sometime go on and look up Sejic's Swamp Thing and Poison Ivy art.
Oh my gosh.
Because it is incredible.
Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. Are you guys going to see Avatar 4 times to see all the Doomsday trailers? No. I never saw the second Avatar. I don't mean this negative, but I don't care about it. It's just not my thing. The first movie, I thought, that was fun, I guess, but there's nothing to write home about. I never saw the second one.
That's what YouTube's for.
Yeah, the Doomsday trailers, they're not really trailers. They're just like little 1-minute scenes.
Are they?
Yeah, have you seen the Steve Rogers one got leaked like a week ago?
Yeah.
And there's all this negativity online. Nobody cheered at the Doomsday trailer. I'm like, it's not a trailer. It's like a 1-minute scene that confirms that Chris Evans is coming back as Steve Rogers. There's nothing there,
Yeah.
It's not.
That's the thing. It's like, I care, but we're a decent way out. And this doesn't change my mind for or against seeing the movie. I'm going to see it. So when I come across a trailer, I'll come across a trailer.
Yeah.
And I don't, those little shorts, like the really short ones, it's like, that doesn't do much for me.
No.
So if I see it, I see it. But when there's actual like an official trailer, I'll watch that.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
I don't, these are whatever.
All that stuff's going to come out online soon anyway. So I don't need to see Avatar to see that. So all right, so Batwoman number 1 we have got. So this is DC KO number 5, and this looks crazy. So we've got, I guess this is the A cover.
Yeah,
that's Darkseid and the Heart of Apocalypse. It looks like he's on the surface.
Yeah.
So
because there's the Daily Planet.
Yeah, and here's everybody who dead. So I guess he got the Heart of Apocalypse out of the center of the earth and up to the surface and. This one's crazy. And if you'll notice in the solicitations for this, there's no description.
Yeah, which I love.
Oh wait,
I mean there is, but it doesn't tell you anything.
There's nothing really that tells you anything about it, which is good. I don't want to know. Christian on TikTok, I think the Spider-Man trailer leaked as well. It kind of sort of did, but not. It wasn't enough for me to even form an opinion. So. But lots of variant covers for DCKO number 5. So this is the end of DCKO. Comes out on March 4th, and then all of these new books come, spinning out of this. What else we've got? We've got this is nice. This is
Poison Ivy.
Yeah. So this is Absolute Batman number 18. This is in March. Yeah, and this is going to be the Poison Ivy story arc, and I like that. I like this cover. Poison Ivy herself is redacted out of the cover, I guess, so that we don't see what she looks like.
Bane, on the Bane cover.
But he's got this big buzzsaw and a gas mask, I'm presuming, so that he doesn't inhale spores or something. And then that's Barbara Gordon. So he's going to be teaming up. We haven't seen her very much.
He's got a saw to cut the vines.
He's got. Look at this. He's got 2 chainsaws on his arms. He's like reverse chainsaw man. They're going backwards this way.
Don't walk behind him.
Yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Now, of course, this is nothing new. This is just the continuation of Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman with Zatanna.
Yep.
I think I might be an issue behind on this. I don't think I've. Well, she hasn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I don't remember. We got Absolute Superman.
What's it, Parasite?
Yeah, that's Parasite. And Absolute Hawkman, I don't know if they're gonna team up to fight him or not. So yeah, this is all the Absolute stuff. Nothing with this stuff is really changing at all. And that's the thing too, is DCKO, even though we don't really know the details yet, but we know that Absolute Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman are going to have some kind of connection to DCKO.
Yeah. It's not affecting their books.
Right. It is not. The Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson, those guys told us, and they've been very public about it since then, that DCKO will not affect the Absolute books in any way, shape, or form. There's not going to be any interruption so that they can fit in DCKO, nothing. So all the Absolute books will continue as normal. Absolute Martian Manhunter number 7 comes out next week.
Mm-hmm.
The return of Absolute Martian Manhunter. We'll be talking about that one on Monday.
So now we're going to do the top comics of the year video.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. We're planning on doing our year-end review video sometime next week.
Yeah.
And we like to do that and go through all the categories and favorite DC, favorite Marvel, favorite all that. You know, we'll have to go back and look at our previous year to see all the categories we did. But
I had to go because I recorded a short video for the Near Mint Condition channel talking about my favorite book that I read this year, and I had to go back in the League of Comic Geeks and see everything I read because I couldn't remember. Are you going to do a song? I don't know.
Always.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we can.
Don't give me an excuse to write a song because I'll do it.
Stay tuned. More to come. So this is cool. Absolute. Oh wait, no, this is not it. Absolute Flash number 13. Absolute Green Lantern. So this is all, just continuing all these stories here. But
That's a great cover.
Yeah. So we start to get here. So this is where an example of things aren't getting rebooted or renumbered, but we are getting some like status quo changes. So Green Lantern number 600, Legacy 600, and this one Kyle Rayner is sort of taking over as the main focus of the book, and he's got this new costume, which I think it's okay. I don't like that you can see his eyes. I feel like that should be white eyes. I think that looks a little bit weird.
Someone complained to was it David Nakayama for his cover? Yeah, this one down here. This one? And they're like, you got the mask wrong. He's like, actually, this is a new mask. We tried to streamline it, and it's not as bulky as his old one. But I do like the reference to his original costume with the line through it with the symbol. So it looks a lot like his 90s costume.
It does, because even the green here on the arm, he had those kind of like glove things. Yeah. He still has that there, but they're not gloves. They're just part of his suit now. So I like this pretty well.
His hair is closer to when he was Ion. Yeah. He had the shorter, spikier hair. I like it. I like
it pretty well, except for the mask. I don't like being able to see his eyeballs. I think white eyes would have been better. Yeah,
color them in.
I will do that. Every copy I get, I'll take a little like white out marker and just color them in. So I don't know what's going to go on with Hal Jordan. That's a great cover too. And I guess they're going to keep Sinestro as a Red Lantern maybe for a while, which is pretty cool. There's right here is Kyle in his new suit.
You still got Connor on there.
Yep. So I guess they're gonna like keep that team going. We still have Starbreaker and Sorrow and there's the big mech that he made back in issue number 6, which was my favorite issue of 2023. Did you see the short of the Comics Elite guys finding a golden ticket in one of Mark Spears' blind bags? No, I did not. Golden ticket for what?
You get the chocolate factory.
Mark Spears sends you a bar of chocolate. I didn't see that though, no. But yeah, so Green Lantern, something's going to happen with Hal Jordan, and he's not going to die or anything, but I don't think. But Kyle's going to take over for a while as the main Lantern, which I think is pretty darn cool. Let's see, we've got
some more of the Vertigo books.
Yeah,
continuing.
It's hard to talk about these ones though because we haven't read them. They haven't come out yet, so we might jump past these just because we don't really know about them. But then we get into so. This is cool, and I think DC AEW number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So DC has a partnership with AEW to put out a couple of books, and I think I have these at home. Somebody I had a PR firm reach out to me, and they sent me some stuff, and I haven't opened it yet because I was like, I don't know when I should do this. So I think what's in there is this DC AEW series.
Oh, I'm gonna read it.
I'll open it up maybe this weekend and bring it in.
And there's an awesome Daniel Warren Johnson cover that goes right along with
this one.
Yeah, like the DC KO covers and everything. So that's really fun.
That was Nice House by the Sea that we scrolled past. Issues 8 and 9, I think. So yeah, I'm not a wrestling guy. I don't watch AEW, so I don't really know who these wrestlers are. But for you AEW fans, like I don't know, that's Lex Luthor, but I don't know who all these people are on the floor. But you wrestling fans, golly, look at Wonder Woman's bicep. She is jacked. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. She should be. She should be stacked. But yeah, this should be a lot of fun. So I'll have to open that box and see if that's what's in there. And then, so we have Batman #7, same creative team staying on it, but we have Batman's going to go to Arkham Tower, and it's going to be another Joker story. Nothing will prepare him for who he finds there. Some might call him the Cape Crusader's arch nemesis. Others might call him Batman's best friend. Everyone calls him the Joker, and there's some crazy covers on this as well. So I love these corner box covers.
Yeah.
Because I love corner box art. So yeah, some good Joker stuff right there coming to Batman. Wonder Woman, there's a new story arc called The Wonder War, where she goes to the future and kind of teams up with her daughter Trinity. It's kind of like a dystopian future, and yeah, so we'll have to see what that one. Tom King and Daniel Sampere, that's your creative team. Happy Friday, Infinity Flux, and fellow comics fans, Guillotine Aficionado. Happy Friday to you as well. I just assumed they canceled By the Sea since they haven't released anything in months and months.
I think it's because they're doing this transition to Vertigo.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what gave it a little hiccup.
Yeah,
there.
Probably. Might have to jump on the GL. Yeah. So all of these books that we're looking at, even if they're not #1s, Scott Snyder did say that all of these are designed to be jumping on points as well. So if you haven't been reading Green Lantern, or if you haven't been reading Flash, which we'll talk about in a minute, you can absolutely jump on and you can just, go to town on whichever one of these sounds good to you.
You don't have to have a #1.
That's right.
Years ago, we didn't have a bunch of #1s, and we just had to pick up X-Men at issue 400 and something and just ride it.
And we did it. We liked it. Christian on TikTok, do we know how long Fraction's staying on Batman? Well, I mean, it's an ongoing series, and it's his run of Batman, so presumably for a really long time.
I know he's talked that he has long-term plans. Yeah. Now that can change in a day if something happens and DC comes in and says we got something else. Yeah. But at least he's not playing on a short run.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, you never know what happened, but yeah, he's not. There's nothing predetermined. We've got some Catwoman. I'm not caught up on Catwoman, so I'm not really sure what. Oh, Catwoman does go back to Gotham City though.
Yeah,
she's been gone for a while. This sounds interesting. So Batgirl is getting new powers. She has the ability to control her blood, and you can kind of see that here.
That's gross.
Right. That's her blood. Now, I don't know the circumstances by which we get to this point. I don't know how we get here. I do want to catch up on this series because I really like it a lot.
She can fight Aquaman, who could also control her blood,
and they can just like have a tug of war with her blood. Just got here. Not sure if you already covered, but I'm super looking forward to John Kent being on Titans. We haven't got there yet. Yeah, we're about to get there. Let's see. So yeah, Batgirl sounds awesome. We've got Harley Quinn.
That homage cover is great.
Which one? Oh, this one. Yeah. With Poison Ivy. Oh, she's standing on a stool. Yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, Poison Ivy's gonna, or Harley Quinn, is gonna. And it's written as if she's the one speaking. These are always hard to decipher because they're written like she's talking about them. Poison Ivy is going to become the mayor of Gotham City.
That's so cool. That is such a good idea.
It's like, there's corner box art. I love those. So yeah, weird but cool. Like weird in a good way. Like I'm interested.
Like I read Poison Ivy for a long time, and then it kept going, and I fell off of it, and I'm like, man, I should have kept reading Poison Ivy because it's just so cool. Yeah. And maybe I don't know. I might jump on with this. We'll see. Yeah. But the covers are amazing. I love the character.
Well, so what we're going to do is in March, for our Monday preview videos, even books like Poison Ivy that we haven't been reading for those videos for a long time, we're going to be checking out all these books coming out in March just to sort of like, Poison Ivy 42. Well, we haven't read it in a really long time, but we're going to check it out. See what the new story's like, see if there's any big revelations or anything like that you guys might need to know about. So we'll be checking out all the DC books in March, even the ones that have been running for a long time. We've got this is a fun book. This is the Harley and Ivy Life and Crimes.
Issue 2 of that comes out next week.
This is the book that I did not expect to really like this all that much, and I loved the first issue. I was pleasantly surprised with how much I love the first one, so can't wait to read the next one. So here's where things get interesting. So, this is World's Finest.
Yeah, it's still Ultraman's in it.
Yeah, so there's a new story arc in World's Finest where they go to Earth 3 and get wrapped up with the Crime Syndicate, Ultraman, and Owlman, and you can kind of see that, that's awesome. I can't wait for this. Drawn by Marcus Toe, whose artwork I really like. We've got Detective Comics, which is going to see Batman teaming up with Oliver Queen, or Green Arrow, and Black Canary in Gotham to do something, which sounds cool. That's a new story arc. What else do we have here? We've got Nightwing, who new story arc here. Still Dan Waters writing it, but Dennis Cowan taking over the art. And there's like a haunted road in and out of Bloodhaven, which he's going to have to deal with. So that sounds really fun. So here's where things get interesting for Superman. So apparently something happens with Superman at the end of DCKO. We don't know what, but
he's maybe missing.
It seems like he's not around after DCKO, but we don't know why.
It was very that's what happened in 52.
Yeah.
Where then we had to focus on the other characters. Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman left.
That's right.
And then other characters had to fill in.
What's up, Tyler? So while Superman's gone, a Superboy from the current Action Comics story arc is going to, I think, get transported to the present day. It says he comes face to face with the Justice League Unlimited. So they'll be like, oh, Superman's gone, but there's young Superman right there. Everything's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure they have basically the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. So that's going to be going on over in Action Comics. And then we've got
Supergirl.
Yeah, these Supergirl.
And we've got, what's his face?
Boy
Thunder,
yeah, and Connor Kent's going to be part of that.
That looks really cool.
It does say that I like this cover.
That corner box art, that's great.
Yep. It does say with Supergirl, she abandons the comfort of Midvale to save the last survivors of Krypton. There's going to be some stuff going on with Supergirl. So here,
this I'm super interested in because I really like Superboy Prime.
Yeah. So while Superman is gone, whatever it is that happens to him after DCKO, Superboy Prime is going to sort of fill the slot that Superman left, and he's going to be the kind of the focal point of the Superman series. We don't know how long. It may be one story arc. It might be one issue. We don't know anything about it. But
he's been great in the DCKO event and Superman.
Yeah. Superman's missing. One hero steps up to take his place, Superboy Prime. Normally, Prime has only been part of the massive DC events, but now he gets a real shot at showing the world he can be just as great as a hero as Superman. Dan Moore comes back to Superman. Eddie Barrows has been great, but having Dan Moore back is going to be really cool.
And there's this new character.
And then there's this in Superman Unlimited, which is going to feature. No idea who or what this is. Look at that. That looks crazy. Let's see. Superman Unlimited number 11. A fourth dimensional demon, John Kent, faces off against his greatest archenemy, a terrifying time-bending foe. So, I guess John Kent will be the focal point in Superman Unlimited, at least for a while Superman is gone or Clark Kent's gone. But this demon who is a time-bending foe, I guess maybe runs it back and makes him a little kid again, which I am all in favor of that. Hey, maybe just leave him that way. And let's see. Witness the final moments of John Kent Superman. Also in this issue, Superboy. No, really. And who or what is this? I don't know. There was a theory that I saw online that maybe this was the fusion version of John and Damian, which would be crazy. Kind of like how Superman and Batman have their fusion form in World's Finest.
You could just call that Super Son.
Yeah. I would be all on board for that. So I don't know who that is. There is, that's a Steele and Lana Lang. That's really nice. But yeah, this design is awesome.
It's really cool.
Yeah, so
I'm really interested in finding out who that is, and then when are we going to get a figure of him?
Oh, is it true that Ultimate Spider-Man has been delayed? Yes. Ultimate Spider-Man 24 now has been delayed till February. Don't know why. I think probably maybe they're trying to fit it in with Ultimate Endgame.
Yeah, pieces are having to realign because of that.
Yeah. What's maybe this is Flamebird, Nightwing and Flamebird.
Yeah,
maybe they could call him Flamebird. So I don't know who that is, but if that were the fusion form of John and Damian, that would be awesome.
I'd be all for that.
But we don't know if that's true or not. That was just
a good theory.
Yeah, that was just a theory. We have Superman Book of El, just continuing that story, which I need. Okay, so here's something else that's cool. Good grief.
Yeah,
that's like John Timms. I love his work. This is great too. So Aquaman is keeping the numbering. It's gonna, it's Aquaman number 15, but the book is getting retitled to Emperor Aquaman.
Yeah,
and it says that he finds himself on a journey of self-discovery, where he must launch a brand new mission imbued by Omega energy. So is that a clue as to what may be happening with Aquaman at the end of DCKO?
Well, that's the thing we haven't even considered is after the fight, those who got the Omega energy, I guess we just kept thinking, and then when they get defeated, it's going to go to them.
Yeah.
But like, what if there's some residual Omega energy that some of these characters end up with?
Yeah, I kind of thought it was like Highlander, where during these All Fight Month books, if you win one, mini round, you get a little bit of Omega energy. But then if you lose the whole thing, the person who took you out, maybe they get all your energy, and it's like Highlander, where everything compounds and compiles until it lands on the last person. But I don't know. So Aquaman is already powerful, and now he's imbued with Omega energy, and
if it comes down to the KO fight, it's Superman and Aquaman. That's a cool matchup.
Yeah, it's just take my money now. DC, just tell me where to send my paycheck. To reach across the stars with the power of the blue, our king must first defeat the Crimson Queen and free his friends from their evil clutches. What is Arthur's ominous connection to the Omega that threatened to tear apart the very fabric of reality? Find out in this jumping on point that answers the question, what does it mean to rule with absolute power? Good grief. Yeah. What is going on with Aquaman? I don't know, but I definitely want to find out. And then maybe my most anticipated thing is Flash. Flash number, what is this? 31.
31.
New creative team, Ryan North, who is currently writing one of Marvel's best books in Fantastic Four, and Gavin Guidry, whose work I love. He's currently doing the JSA Year One story. That's only a couple issues in. He did the Superman 78, the various miniseries there. So that is your new creative team, taking over for Mark Waid and Christopher Cantwell, who's doing it right now during DCKO, and they took over for Cy Spurrier before that. And Wally is back in the classic red suit. That for me is enough to make me buy this, because this is just my own personal opinion, but I hated the new suit, the red and the black, and it's too busy. There's too much stuff. There's too many lines and everything. There might be a couple panel lines here, but he looks actually it looks a lot like the new Daredevil suit from the upcoming Daredevil series. So he's got a few panel lines, but nothing too crazy. He's back in he's got the pointed belt. He's got the white eyes.
It's kind of the way you could always tell the difference between Barry and Wally was the white eyes and the belt that points rather than circles it.
Although it's a little bit of a mix of Barry and Wally, because he has the pointed belt, which is Wally, but Wally's lightning bolt usually just went like one.
Yeah.
But this one has like two different points in the middle. And then Wally's, at least his more modern suit, had the nose on the cowl.
Yeah. I did like the nose on the cowl.
Yeah. And so this is like a hybrid of Wally and Barry.
I'll tell you why I'm excited about this with Ryan North on there, because Ryan North has proved on Fantastic Four that he can write like science adventures, and that is what Flash is.
Yes.
Flash is, it's a superhero comic, but he's a scientist. Well, it's Wally, but the adventures he goes on are usually, they're less like
very science-based.
It's less how do I like punch something, and it's more like how do I outthink this villain?
Yeah.
And I think he will be a perfect fit for that, like interesting workarounds that the Fantastic Four have had to do. Flash could do the same, first story arc with writing his name on a thing, and then in time it changes, and I just think that is I didn't even think about it, and that is my perfect writer for a Flash right now.
Sure. Like I am so, I didn't really love the Cy Spurrier run. I've been picking up Flash because of the DCKO stuff, and that's been pretty fun.
Yeah.
But when I heard this today, I was like, I'm instantly back on Flash. Like, that's a no-brainer. And the story sounds cool, too. It says this is a nice homage cover to, showcase. Wally can finally relax and live his best life. Or can he? An awful lot of people are suddenly relying on the Flash to save them and intentionally putting themselves in danger to ensure that he does. Something's happening behind the scenes, and Wally is in the crosshairs. Also in this issue, shenanigans and science, just like you said, and the debut of an all-new all-star creative team. So I am so excited for more Flash because I really like the Flash, and I've wanted to like the Flash for a while now, and the Cy Spurrier thing just didn't work for me at all. So very excited for this. We've got Justice League Unlimited, which I love this cover, and
it looks like maybe some villains are joining.
Maybe, I guess. This is a cool lineup.
I mean, that's your villains that were in DCKO.
That's right. And Red Tornado is in his body.
Oh,
which I find
he's
very
been rebuilding it for a little while.
Yeah. So he's finally back. A couple comments real quick. Jeffrey, how's it going? Are you looking forward to the end of Age of Revelation? Yes.
You're looking forward to the end of it for
and that's I've enjoyed this story, but we've read all of the tie-ins, and that's been a little bit exhausting. So I'm looking forward to not having 4 to 5 tie-in issues to read every single week. So
I am really looking forward to this next week because we've got probably maybe my favorite, which is the Cloak or Dagger. Yeah. We're getting the last issue of that one.
Yeah.
There's been some really high points on it, like the Book of Revelation and Amazing X-Men. But both of those are over now. Yeah. So
yeah, looking forward to seeing how it all wraps up. I am looking forward to seeing
and what comes out of it.
The new X-Force book and Cyclops and what's going to go on with him and that kind of thing. And thank you very much for the kind words. Your store looks amazing in your new video. Thank you very much. We've done a lot of work. I say we. I haven't done all that much.
You carried a bunch of omnibuses.
I did that. I've slung a lot of back issue boxes around.
We were all scrubbing the floor. That's
we were all
thing we were doing.
We literally the night before we opened the new room, we were on our hands and knees scrubbing to try to get all the final marks up. Yeah. Red Tornado is due a new suit. See, I like.
Is it a new suit or is it his body?
It's his body. Yeah. I mean, it's not a new suit. I mean, it's right there.
Don't body shame Red Tornado.
Yeah, I love that right there. I think that looks like I don't want any variation of
there was that version of him that has a more robot face that almost looks like Iron Man.
Yeah, I like this one better.
I think I like this one better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he doesn't have like the little underwear marks.
Yeah,
I do like this version.
Yeah, I love this. Justice League. So what does it say for Justice League? It's going to be Clayton Henry is doing the artwork. In the aftermath of DCKO, the Justice League has to work harder to protect mankind, and that means it's time for new blood and to face new challenges.
Who will join Wonder Woman and Batman, not Superman.
Where is Superman? We don't know. So something's going to happen to Superman. He'll come back, but something. I hope it's not a year-long thing, though. I hope it's not like. I hope DC's not pulling a Marvel where it's like we're going to take Superman out of the rotation until Man of Tomorrow comes out in 2027. I don't want that. Like if it's a one story arc, then fine. But I've been loving Superman so much for the last several years. I don't want to be without him for too long. I guess I'll be jumping on Flash too. Oh my gosh, yes.
You can join us.
Yeah, I will be jumping on Flash for sure. I really enjoy. We're taking everyone down with us. I need to catch up on that.
That was really. I only read the beginning, but that was really good.
That was fantastic. Yeah, what I read of it. Okay. So somebody asked about Titans. So this is interesting. It's getting renamed to New Titans.
It is a different writer.
Yeah. Keeping the numbering, Tate Bromble and Tarn Clark. And so we're going to have some new members on the Titans. We have John Kent. That's Yara Floor. That looks like Stephanie Brown. And
if it is, I am there for it.
Yeah. And Tara, I guess. So what's interesting about this is that at the end of January is the one-shot DCKO, The Kids Are All Fight. And we actually got a preview copy of that, and we read it today. Did you read it today? I read it today.
I haven't read it yet.
I read it today. And that issue kind of helps explain this book a little bit more. So that comes out January 28th. This doesn't come out till March. So if you pick up the DC, the kids are all fight one shot at the end of January, you'll maybe understand this a little bit more. But yeah, I'm down for it. I mean, I love a corner box art, of course. I'm down to read this. I like all these characters. Taryn Clark's artwork is great. That's a cover. Yeah, Sammy Basri's good too.
Yeah.
After helping save the world from another world-ending event, the Titans have earned some much-deserved rest. Back in Titans Tower, they're glad to be reunited again. It feels too good to be true. Are these Titans who they claim to be? Huh. Okay. So some new blood on the Titans, which should be pretty cool. And then here's something else weird coming out of DCKO is Green Lantern Corps number 14. Thanks to his newfound power after DCKO, Guy Gardner is now being worshipped as the All-Sight on Oa. What is that about? So after receiving constant visions of the vanished emotional entities, Guy puts together an elite team to track them down. And then John Stewart and Kat Matui run into an old adversary on New Corridor.
I love that Kat Matui's in it.
Yeah, so this is the unfinished cover, the black and white cover.
Yeah, he's like this prophet looking guy floating up there.
Yeah, let's look at this one, or not that one. This one. Okay. Almost looks like an action figure there. Yeah. It's good to check out, what happens to Guy Gardner after DCKO and what are these new powers that he has.
But it does sound great that events in DCKO matter and will matter after the fact as well.
Yeah, these aren't what Mark Waid called wedding dress events, where he said they look great at the beginning, but then you never look at them again.
You just put them in the closet.
You put them in the closet, you never think about them again. No, DCKO will have an impact on the DC universe, and we're going to see it in March. And then from here, it's just more continuing stuff. JSA 17, JSA Year 1, the Batman Static Shock series, which I do like these.
I like their new suits.
Yeah, their new suits looks really cool. So some Harley stuff.
That's the new
the Sirens. Yeah,
I'm excited about that. That's a Black Label.
Yeah.
Got Gotham Academy,
Mad Magazine, and from here it's like some collected editions and facsimiles and things like that. But holy cow, March for DC is going to be absolutely banana pants, and I'm going to read everything because it all sounds crazy.
I don't think the Marvel March solicits are out yet, at least in full. I think some of the Ultimate
stuff, I think.
There's just been they kind of do little here's the books from this corner, here's the books from this corner, but we don't have the full roster yet. So hopefully we'll be getting that soon, because I'm also interested in Marvel for their X titles. And that kind of stuff, and Amazing Spider-Man. We did get some of the Spiral.
Yeah, some of the Death Spiral stuff.
Check out the front of AIPT, because they may have.
Oh, real quick. Been collecting Hush 2.
Image.
Been collecting Hush 2 giant size. When guests come over, they love it. Very cool. It
is a good it's huge. Hey, have you ever seen a comic this big?
Just super excited for more John Kent. I have reason to put it on the pull list again. I dropped it after Tom Taylor left, and most people I know thought the current run was kind of meh.
Yeah,
he's had his ups and downs for sure. Should we get a lot more? Should we get a lot more giant size like Hush 2? We have a Skinbreaker has the big giant size ones.
Not that big. It's not 11 by 17.
That's just treasury size.
I like it for very special books.
I wouldn't want it for just any old thing.
Yeah, every book gets a giant one. There would be plenty that wouldn't sell.
Right.
But there is, I think, if the art is something that looks really good at a big size, if maybe base it on who the artist is. Like the Skinbreaker, it's David Finch drew this at double the size, so it's cool to see it. A lot bigger.
I love both of your guys' sweaters. Yeah, thank you. We didn't even plan this, but it just sort of worked out that way. Aren't Marvel doing End of the World in March? Not really. I mean, we have the Armageddon event coming out in the summer. We'll look at the Marvel ones in a second. Favorite artist is Russell Dodderman. Do anything? Is he doing anything soon? He's just mostly doing covers at this point.
Yeah, that's we talk about this. If you really like an artist, it is kind of sad because you'll have a run of them on something like Russell Dodderman on Thor.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, this guy is awesome. then they start doing covers, and you make more money doing covers than you do interiors, and it's a lot, not easier, but it's more bang for your buck when you do covers. And doing interiors is hard, and it's a crunch all the time. So that's why you see a lot of the best artists now just do covers.
Yeah.
And you kind of hope, like, we talked about like Dan Mora or Jorge Jimenez. It's like, don't get so good that you can't do interiors, because we'd hate to lose you on like a monthly book.
Yeah, I've said before, I'm going to cry the day that Dan Mora becomes just a cover artist.
Yeah.
Because I love his work so much. As I get a lot older, these giant size issues are a lot easier to read. I agree 100%. Today I read the limited collector's edition facsimile that came out a couple weeks ago, that reprint the facsimile of the DC Christmas one. And I love those big ones. Like, the pages are huge, and or those big, like, oversized gallery editions that Marvel puts out. I love those. I see you're recording a video. Correct. No, we're not recording a video. We are just, we're live streaming. This isn't, we're not recording anything right now. Jumping over. So we got some Marvel. We don't have all the Marvel stuff. Let's see.
Scroll down.
There was something.
Because I know they talked about some stuff in Spider-Man.
This was just oh wait,
this is I think this is just Spider-Man related, I think.
Oh, okay.
Well, it might be. We'll have to see. But
Mary Jane is
this is going to be where Spider-Man, Peter Parker, learns that Mary Jane is Venom.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited for.
Yeah. So this is
These are like
March.
the Spider-Man solicits.
Fresh off his return to Earth, Spider-Man immediately finds himself in Carnage crosshairs. So yeah, Spider-Man's going to be back on Earth by the time March comes around, which I'm kind of bummed about because Minibot, I see you saw us recording the video at the store. Oh yeah. Hopefully we didn't get in your way. Sorry about that, but very cool. So this is this whole Death Spiral thing.
Countdown to issue 1000.
Yeah.
So
this is a good image right here. We need to save this.
I wish a lot more events and stuff did this. They do really good kind of breakdowns.
So this is kind of an event, but it's confined to the Spider-Man corner of the Marvel universe, kind of right?
My preferred event because it's not bringing in people that doesn't make sense why they would be there.
Yeah, so this Death Spiral thing, when it starts in February, don't worry, because, you might think, we just got off an event with Age of Revelation. But even that was confined to the X-Men corner. Now we're going to have a little Spider-Man thing. In the summer is when Armageddon's going to happen. And we don't know much about that yet, but I'm assuming that's universe-wide.
Yeah.
But this is just Spider-Man stuff for right now. Who lives, who dies? Hopefully Paul dies. I don't know. I don't know.
Everyone else lives, Paul dies.
Yeah, that's the best event ever. So we've got
Death of Paul event.
Oh my gosh, that would be great. So we got Spider-Man and Venom, Mary Jane Venom. I wonder if they'll fight.
I could see Spider-Man seeing Venom at first and be like, and then
I like Ed McGuinness. Very cool.
And that, yeah.
Looking forward to that.
But that's where it mentions. It almost looks like part of this mini event is him learning that that's Mary Jane and them teaming up, which I think is a really cool idea. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit of like when Lois got the Superman powers, where it's like, hey, we can go out and like do this together.
Yeah.
And maybe this is going to bring them closer. Yeah. We can only hope.
Spidey and Venom team up again to stop the serial killer symbiote, but instead of Eddie Brock, Peter uncovers another bombshell. So I have a question then. So what happens with Carnage? Because Eddie Brock is in Carnage, is wearing the Carnage symbiote. So does something happen to him that maybe Carnage, but he's been in the driver's seat still, which is how he's been able to keep Carnage in check. Does something happen to where Carnage takes over?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Peter and MJ are going to have to patch things up. They want a fighting chance to stop the new hyper lethal villain Torment's killing spree.
And I think there's a picture of him somewhere on a cover.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody said that they hope that's Paul right there on dead on the floor. I would love that. But
I am all for.
Here we go.
Carlos Gomez is back. I think Carlos Gomez is back on. Yeah, on Venom. Cool. So that's awesome.
And then so this is Torment.
He's the Spiral.
Yeah, and he's got Shocker's gloves.
Yeah,
I guess. And isn't that the Null Spiral?
Kinda.
I'm kind of into this because it's been forever since Spider-Man and Venom and Carnage have kind of not teamed up, but have had a story together. You know, they've been so separated for so long. Is Paul Mary Jane's new boyfriend? Well, he's her ex-boyfriend now, but yeah,
thank goodness.
Paul was her new boyfriend for a couple of years, and they broke up recently, but he's still around.
Unfortunately,
hopefully he bites it in this story.
I just want Peter and Mary Jane back together.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll get that.
I don't know.
Here, this is what I was.
That's a good cover.
Yeah. So there's Tantrum. No, Torment. Tantrum is the symbiote in the Spider-Gwen series.
Oh yeah.
And what I like too is that this doesn't look like it's pulling in all the Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales and Silk and Spider. Like it seems like it's pretty confined to just Peter, Venom, Carnage, and then whoever this new Torment character is. That keep it tight. I like that. That's it. We don't have any more for this, but yeah. So more to come. Some interesting things coming for Spider-Man in March as well. So holy cow, guys! March.
It's going to be big. Yeah.
I mean, and leading up to March, we still have a ton of DCKO stuff. There's still a bunch of tie-ins, and there's the main DCKO event.
Ultimate Universe or Ultimate Endgame is going to be going
through all the Ultimate stuff.
Do we know? I think the book showed like when the last issue is, but I think Ultimate Endgame goes through quite a while.
I say April, maybe.
Yeah, it's.
If number one came out December, January. Wait, so number one came out December, January, February, March, April. I think it's 5. Yeah.
And then does the Armageddon event start in April?
I want to say it's June.
I just wonder if those are going to hand off, considering it's going to be using the boxes,
the
origin boxes from the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Have you heard anything more after the Ultimate Universe ends? No,
I do feel like they're being pretty cagey about that, which, I mean, more and more it does look like it's ending, but that doesn't mean that there's not something beginning afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wouldn't put it past them to start a new Ultimate Universe and gives them an excuse to do number ones.
I mean, it's like you said, it seems like there needs to be somewhere. There's a lot of people who are only reading the Ultimate books, and it seems like Marvel needs somewhere for those readers to go.
Yeah. And it's not to the main.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't feel like a natural jump.
No.
Even from Ultimate Spider-Man to Amazing Spider-Man, those are different books.
You're not going to jump from Ultimate X-Men to regular X-Men. Those are so far away different from each other.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man Death Spiral jumping on point 2. Yeah, I mean, I think so. With this,
Death Spiral number 1 is in February,
right?
And that'll be the kickoff of it.
Oh, and we are going to get something else that
what's
Marvel,
it called?
Comic giveaway day. This is kind of weird. Yeah. Wait, let's see this one.
You like Pop Verse?
Yeah. Real quick.
That looks like is that a Stegman cover?
Yeah. So, Free Comic Book Day is happening, even though there was a big question about Free Comic Book Day because of all the Diamond stuff. But Free Comic Book Day is still happening next year on May 2nd, which is the first Saturday in May. Right? It is the first Saturday. I mean, it should be.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I lost my. I just wanted to I wanted to look at the calendars to make sure. April, May. Yeah, May 2nd. Free Comic Book Day, first Saturday in May, just like normal. So no worries there. But Marvel seems to be doing their own thing, but also on the same day.
Yeah.
Called Comic Book Giveaway Day. But it's the same thing.
It is, but Free Comic Book Day, that name in that domain was owned by Diamond.
Right.
And so I'm not sure where the status of that is. Now, there does seem to be other books that are under the Free Comic Book Day banner.
Well, what I noticed was under the Free Comic Book Day, it looked like it was all the Lunar stuff.
Yeah.
And all the Penguin stuff wasn't there. So I don't know if it's a distributor thing.
It might be a distributor thing.
Where Lunar said, we'll do it. And maybe Penguin's like, well, we'll do our own thing, but we'll just make it. It's kind of like at E3 when the years that Microsoft didn't go to E3, but they had their own keynote
down the street,
next door to the convention center or something. I don't know.
It could just be them wanting to have ownership of the thing and not work within the system of that. Meaning, they'll distribute themselves and they'll do all that. So I'd say the majority of people, they're still going to call it Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
These are still going to be considered Free Comic Book Day books.
Yep.
It may not say it on the front. It may say like whatever this is, but
the good news is it's on the same day.
Yeah.
So no worries. You don't really have to do anything. You don't have to try to remember different dates or whatever. Just go to your comic shop on May 2nd and you're good. You're no worries there. But yeah, so I wanted to so we have this this Avengers and X-Men. It says Armageddon assembles this summer. So on May 2nd,
which is interesting because Avengers is ending coming up.
That's right.
So that does give us a hint at maybe a new Avengers book,
maybe,
or something we'll be getting.
And we've got this Amazing Spider-Man, Queen in Black. That's going to be a big thing too. The Queen in Black, and is that Hulk?
I think that's Hulk.
Why is he there?
Who invited him?
Yeah, is Jed MacKay still writing Avengers? Not after this. Not after it ends in 2 more issues. He's done with Avengers after that. But yeah, so this one's the interesting one though. And what I found interesting is it looks like Red Hulk is going to play a bigger
role in all of this,
because we know, in the Will of Doom book, we know that he's caused some trouble in Latveria, and even this book that comes out months afterwards, it looks like maybe they're fighting him. So like, what's going on with Red Hulk, and what role does he play in what the big stories in Marvel are going to be in 2026?
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be really interesting, and of course, awesome Ryan Stegman covers. Next year for Marvel, I'm so excited for the new Daredevil series and the new Iron Man series.
Yeah.
So really looking forward to that stuff. Will they do more with the daughter of Catwoman and Batman, as mentioned in Batman Catwoman series?
Probably not. That was like Tom King.
Yeah.
Writing that.
That was like a
almost like an Elseworld.
Yeah, that was almost Elseworld type. Yeah.
There is Helena Wayne, who is going to be in something coming up, right?
Is she? I don't know.
Or she was in the Time Displaced characters. She popped up in that.
Oh yeah, the DCKO. I want more of that. Yeah. I don't remember what it was called, but I want more of it. So yeah, it's interesting. I guess Chip is taking over Avengers. Well, that hasn't been confirmed, but maybe
it would make sense. Although I don't know if he is known. So there's some writers who are known to do 2 books at a time, like Bendis or Jeff Johns. Chip Zdarsky isn't necessarily one of those. And we know he's doing Captain America. Yeah, it does seem like a natural fit that you do Captain America and Avengers.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. But we don't know that for sure.
I'm holding my breath that they've got plans for Bendis doing something at Marvel next year. It feels like a big thing to give him Avengers, but
that's right, because he has that story in the next issue of Avengers, which is Legacy 800.
Yep.
He has a backup story with Mark Bagley. I don't think it's going to lead in anything. I think it's just sort of a one-off Avengers story. But maybe that's a hint of like, hey, after McKay's Avengers is over, or maybe there will be something in that book that says to be continued or something. So maybe it'll be Bendis. Again, we don't know at all.
But he does have a history with writing Avengers and New Avengers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested in this because you do get a couple of hints of like in May, we've still got Red Hulk around and everything. Mm-hmm. But on the other cover, we've still got Spider-Man and Venom teamed up.
Yeah. And see, that's what I don't understand, because we know we have the Death Spiral stuff in February, March for Spider-Man, but then there's this Queen in Black story, which is something separate from that. Or I don't know if it's completely separate, but it's not the same story. It might be like the continuation of it. So a lot of null stuff, I guess, for Spider-Man.
That's not Scar, is it?
I'm not sure. I don't know who that is.
Son of Hulk?
Does it say?
I don't think there's been any.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, Joe Kelly and Al Ewing.
Yeah, Philip Kennedy Johnson. The Road to Amazing Spider-Man 1000 takes a big turn as fate bears down on Peter. The Queen in Black has been coronated, and Mary Jane as Venom is not ready. The eldest is taking control of the Hulk.
Yeah.
And what happens next will make every past Hulk battle look like a skirmish.
It's funny they mentioned Hulk, and it's not. It doesn't say Hulk anywhere on the cover.
Right. You know, and this happened. Marvel does this all the time. Like their events and their big stories like this always start big, and they usually kind of fizzle out at the end. But darn it, every single time they announce something like this, I get excited.
Yeah.
And every single time I'm like, I'm going to check that out. I want to see, you know, I can't judge this until I've read it myself. Every single time they announce this, I get excited. I'm excited for this stuff. Oh, there's
the Armageddon X-Men is interesting too.
Can I blow this up? There we go.
Chip Zdarsky, Jed MacKay, Ryan North. That's great.
That's a trio. That's the Trinity right there.
Yeah.
The heroes of the Marvel Universe assemble to take on the Red Hulk in a critical story by Chip Zdarsky that sets the stage for Armageddon. Armageddon's here, and no one is safe from the coming end.
So
I don't know. I still do not think it's going to be a big universal reboot for Marvel. I don't think that's what they're not going to launch a brand new Iron Man and a brand new Daredevil just to then reboot the whole universe. Yeah. It's not going to be that.
I like your first look at this summer's big X-Men event and Doom. Well, you thought he was dead, but he's back already.
What? What a subversion of expectations. Ultimate Universe versus 616. Yes. Who knows at this point? Who really knows? I mean, it could be anything. So I do think, you know, maybe we'll get a little bit more information about Armageddon in like the middle of the year stuff for Marvel early in the year. But, you know, free comic book day or comic giveaway day, this book will probably give us some more if we don't know anything more before then. Maybe this Will of Doom book that we have next week, maybe it'll have something in it. I don't know.
Yes. There's a lot.
There's a lot. I mean,
and there's also the Image Comics put out their solicitation. Yeah. There's some cool stuff in there.
New series and sound really cool.
Yeah, so there's a lot to look for. 2026 is already shaping up to be a really interesting comic year.
Yeah, I'm already exhausted. I'm not in a bad way, but it's like, oh my gosh, there's already so much to read, you know.
Yeah, I'm still digging my way through the stuff coming out now, and we already have the stuff next year.
Yeah, it's fun to kind of, but that's why I don't really like to theory craft a lot, because it makes me tired, and it's like, you know what, it doesn't matter how much I try to guess at this. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And whatever they're going to do is whatever they're going to do. And I'll just wait and see what they do. Because you could think yourself in circles trying to figure all this stuff out. I went and cataloged my collection. I have 1,300 comics. How many do you guys have? Is it in the millions? No, it's not in the millions.
Actually, I've gotten rid of a lot of comics. I did have a lot, like, I don't know, long box wise.
Yeah.
I was 30 or 40 long boxes, and but I've kind of pared down, especially like if I have something collected, I'm like, I don't really need the single issues of this, so I've refined my collection. Now I still have like every Star Wars book, and that takes up a lot of boxes. But yeah, I would say I try to get more like trades and stuff now, but I mean I still get plenty of weekly books.
Yeah. I think I have close, maybe like individual issues, maybe like 8,000 or something like that. I think I have like 30 of the long drawer boxes. I have 30 of those stacked up. I think they go like, it's 6. They're stacked 5 high, I think, and then 6 rows over. So 30 long boxes.
How many are in a long box?
I'm not sure. Not as many as a regular long box.
Yeah. I could probably guesstimate what I have, but I need to do some organizing. I need to get my stuff.
I redid that. I got like a couple dozen at least, like the short boxes, the art boxes. They're full of like one shots and miniseries and that kind of stuff. It's too many. The official answer is I have too many, and even I've got a decent sized house,
so
but it's already
in a long box.
Oh. In a drawer box though?
No, drawer boxes I would say are about
200,
25 to 30 less. Because a couple of inches are out.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's 200 times 30, I mean that's 6,000, and I'm most of them are pretty full already. Like I'm kind of panicking. It's like I don't know where everything else is going to go, but I'm out of space.
Yeah. That was kind of my biggest problem was where do I put these boxes, and I did start transferring them to short drawer boxes, but even that's hard because I mean, one regular long box is like more than 2 short drawer boxes.
Yeah,
So, I mean, Batman alone took over multiple drawer boxes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll call it a day there, guys. This was a great last letters page video for the year. So we'll be back on with our live show. We'll be back, I guess, on January 7th. Because we're not going to do one on Christmas Eve or New Year. So yeah, January 7th will be the next one of these, and that's when we will resume our bi-weekly schedule for these live shows. But yeah, as you saw, I mean, we went through so much stuff coming out in 2026, and that was only DC and Marvel we talked about. There's going to be so much cool stuff at Image. There's going to be a bunch of cool stuff going on over at all the other indies, IDW, Dark Horse, Boom, Ignition, which we love, Ignition Press. So yeah, keep your eye out on those books.
And we're not going anywhere. Like, we've got videos. We've got our Monday video coming up.
Oh yeah, I mean,
the comics pre-order in a flash and the comics for the future is going to be a little weird.
Yeah.
It gets a little thrown off this time of year with the pre-orders and everything. Not because the books aren't coming out, but because Marvel went ahead and we started ordering weeks ahead of when we normally would have. So it'll take a minute for those to kind of get back to normal.
Yeah.
But we're going to try to do our end of the year kind of recap award show
That's
that we
right.
do. That's always really fun.
Yeah, so that'll be coming soon. Yeah. I mean, we've still got preview videos coming next Monday.
Yeah. And new comics aren't stopping. Like, every Monday we're still getting new stuff. So.
Yeah. I mean, even the week of New Year's, like we said, there's not a lot coming out that week because it's New Year's, but there are still some that we'll be talking about, mostly Marvel stuff. But then once the New Year's here, once we're in January, things start to get back to normal, and we'll keep going from there. So yeah, we'll have a couple of interesting things over the next couple of weeks until the new year comes. But
it's gonna be that video is gonna be fun when we can finally talk about Ultimate Endgame #1. You'll definitely want to be there for this. Time for a song, maybe in our year-end review video.
Yeah. It's Christmas times in
What are you doing?
Christmas in Hollis, Queens. My mind went to Holland, not Hollis. Hollis, Queens.
What's that?
Run DMC. Christmas in Hollis.
I don't know.
Okay. We'll get caught up on that.
I know the NSYNC Christmas album.
I know one of their songs because they play every year around Christmas. I always listen to music on my phone in my car, but around Christmas time, I turn it on to 92.3 because I just want to hear Christmas music. And that NSYNC song comes on a lot.
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, that one's great. What's your favorite and least favorite Christmas song?
I don't like the Mariah Carey one.
No, I don't like that one either.
And one of the
Santa Baby kind of gets on my nerves too.
Oh, is it John Lennon and Yoko Ono? I heard that one last night. Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's just Paul McCartney. That's just Beatles. The War Is Over.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of the Paul McCartney one.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful Christmas time.
Yeah.
Simply have that thing repeats over and over and over.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like Feliz Navidad, because it's just the same thing over and over and over.
Feliz on my dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard. I like a lot of the classic ones, even if they're done a little bit different. I like Christmas songs that are a little dark. Like, sometimes Carol of the Bells can be kind of gothic and moody.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'll tell you what's dark, if you listen to the lyrics, is they sing it in Elf. It just went out of my head.
Santa Baby. And I mean Baby It's Cold Outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they tried to get that one like outlawed for a while.
Oh, really?
I get it's mostly innocent.
Yeah.
Their duet in that is great.
Yeah.
Zoe Deschanel singing that.
But I do kind of like Baby It's Cold Outside, even though if you listen to the lyrics, it's a little disturbing. It's just like, no means no, bro. Like, let her go, But yeah, so.
Yeah, let us know what yours is.
Yeah. Where Andy said dark, I thought he was going to say Batman Smells. I did read, so like I said, I read that facsimile edition of the limited comics, limited comics I don't remember. But the Batman story in that, Batman sang with the Gotham City Police Department all night because there was no crime in Gotham. And so he was with them, and they're like, "Why don't you join us in a carol, Batman?" He's like, "Well, I guess I can until a call comes in." And then he's like, "Oh my gosh, it's 6 a.m. We sang all night, and there were no calls." And that was really fun. And the Superman story in that was really fun too. It was from like 1940, so it's super cheesy, but it's just super fun.
We've talked about it before. On occasion, I love like serious Batman or whatever, but it's a comic, and I like when something weird like that happens.
Yeah.
And Batman finds the true meaning of Christmas.
Yeah. Plus, it was a Neil Adams and Dick Giordano art issue, and that it was great.
Yeah. Never take your comics too serious.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're out of here. So yeah, we'll have some pre-recorded stuff over the next few days, but our live show will be in a couple weeks from now. But we want to wish you guys Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate, however you choose to celebrate it. We hope it is a great one. If you're local, come in and visit us. We'll be open on Christmas Eve.
I'll be here.
I'll be here for a little bit too on Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day though. We will be closed on that day. But thank you for the continued support, patronage, the good vibes, and the comments, and all the interaction that we have that we've had throughout the year, whether it's on these live shows or our pre-recorded stuff. It's awesome. We love talking to you guys. You guys are the best. So have a great Christmas, and we will see you guys again real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.